Everybody, we have a great show coming up tonight. Of course, you know what time it is, football time in the state of Georgia. Falcons are back in camp, high school football about to start, and we have great news from what a Metro Atlanta Police Department is doing to connect with the community, do sports. All coming up on the Real Talk Sports Show, coming up right now. Bam! Welcome to the Real Talk Sports Show. I'm your host, the Minister, Jonathan Simmons. And we thank God for all those of you who have tuned in to join us here on the Real Live Sports Show. I should say the live version of the Real Talk Sports Show if you're listening to us on Tuesday night. And of course, a big shout out to those of you who are listening to us on the replay, on our podcast, on whatever social media platform you've decided to join us. Remember, you can follow us anywhere on social media, Real Talk Sports, the number 7. And you can follow me personally at Minister J Sim. That's Minister, the letter J, followed by SIMM. So come on and follow us. And please, if you are on YouTube, you know what to do. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. We are making some great progress here towards getting to that magic number of 1,000 subscribers. We have now went over the 1,000 subscriber mark. Thanks to you and yours. So we appreciate you for helping us out to do that. So yeah, guys, great stuff going on in the world of sports. We know we have the Olympics going on, we'll get you a medal count in just a little bit. We'll talk about that. Also, want to talk about what I got a chance to see up close and personal, as far as the Jonesboro High School football team had their own media day, and we were there, and we're excited about what we saw there, and always excited about being back with the folks in Jonesboro. They are one of our featured high schools, and they have been really an outstanding ball club the last couple of years. They've went to postseason, and they have a couple of players who are multiple star players, 3 and 4 star players, and hopefully we'll be able to hear a little bit of their comments at their annual pro day that now Jonesboro does on their own. Yeah, I got to tell you, it's really, things are so much different now, even at the high school level. I mean, teams really have to engage and do things to, promote their program. And kudos to, Jonesboro High School, Coach Syrup, and all the guys over there that really know how to, you know, make things happen. And so we are, like I said, again, excited about them, and just happy to be there and see them be a part of this new wave of football. Now, I will tell you, they told me something that I did not know. I was talking to the coach about, hey, you got to, do stuff now, the NIL and all this stuff is going on. But he informed me that, in fact, NILs at the high school level, you cannot do that in the state of Georgia, which I got to tell you, I'm very, very happy about that. And I tell you why, because I think that parents have enough to talk about, enough to deal with already, to not have to worry about, NILs and figuring out, how much money their child is going to get, and having to do all this kind of stuff. So I am grateful. I mean, I don't want to begrudge anybody their money, but I am in fact grateful that, we did not, that they don't have to get involved with that at such an early age, because I just think it's, the kids got enough on their minds already. And I think it doesn't make sense to, put the kids in these kind of positions where they have to, um, where they have to say, okay, I got to make a decision on who I'm going to sign with, all this other kind of stuff. I just don't think it's right. So anyway, all that being said, hopefully we'll be able to get a little clip of what I saw at Jonesboro High School, and also later on we're going to talk about the Olympics. We'll try to get you a count total, and then we're going to also bring on, as I mentioned to you, um, what's happening around Metro Atlanta. Okay, let's go to some breaking news here. Let's go to the Olympics and get an update. I saw something breaking news flash on my screen, and let's see if I can find it here. And it has disappeared, of course. But anyway, let's see if we can grab this and get an update on what's happening at the Olympics. And here it is right here. Breaking news: the men's 4x200 relay team gets to medal number 4 on the night. So the men's 4x200 have just won the silver. That now brings them to a total of 4 medals for this evening. U.S. relay team of Luke Hobson, Carson Foster, Drew Kibler, and Kiernan Smith finished in 7. Hold on, that doesn't seem right. Anyway, they finished only 1.35 seconds behind Great Britain, who won the gold. Australia won the bronze. It says now Team USA has won 3 Olympic medals for the relays. After the men's 4x100 freestyle relay won the gold, the women's 4x100 freestyle relay won the silver at Saturday at the Paris Arena. So again, that's the breaking news. The men continue to do their thing, winning the 4x200 freestyle. Now, I want to make sure I'm getting this right here. This was not track and field. I'm talking about swimming, not track and field, talking swimming. So, again, the United States, big night for them, big last couple of days as they went ahead and did their thing. Silver in the 4x200 swimming for the men. And that gives them a total of 4 nights of medals for the United States Olympic team. So big shout out to them as the U.S. continues to do their thing in the Olympics. Now, speaking of the Olympics, I'm thinking I want to hold on to this, but I did get something, and I heard something from one of our great listeners, Todd, and of course I saw it flash up on the news. I don't know, guys. I mean, what on earth is going on with this world? I don't even. I mean, I shouldn't even say this. I mean, I already know what time it is. I know we're in a different era now. I understand that we're in a time where evil is running rampant. But I got to tell you, I was really shocked at what I saw at the Paris Olympics as far as the way they open it up. I mean, the minister is the minister, and I don't want to get in here and lambast anybody, but the idea of you having, again, you do what you want, and it's between you and the Lord. But the idea of having drag queens come out in the opening ceremony of the Olympics. We're not talking about some kind of burlesque show. And I know burlesque, you're saying, Minister, you're dating yourself. I'm not talking about going out on the strip somewhere. I'm talking about at the Olympics, a worldwide event that's watched by people of all ages, all cultures. For you to think it was a good idea to run out some drag queens, and not only that, but mocking the Last Supper. I mean, I'm just stunned at who thought that was a good idea. I mean, just that was a bad move by the Paris Olympics group to allow that to happen. Now people are talking about you trying to be an exclusive and inclusive and all that kind of stuff. What I'm telling you is that's not the right platform for that. That's when you're having a show or you're doing something else. To me, that's not the right platform to have something like that going on. So anyway, that's probably been the only negative I can say about the Olympics up to this point. Otherwise, as always, spectacular opening, great show, and then great things going on as far as stories. Even before the Olympics, we know that South Sudan gave the United States team all they could handle and then some before the U.S. Beat them by 1 point. So we look forward to their rematch in the actual tournament to see how they go about. That's a tremendous story. You got a country that's only been around for about a decade, taking on some of the greatest basketball players in NBA history. So that's going to be very, very interesting to watch that story. And these are the kind of stories that really make the Olympics must-see TV. That's why I can say again, it's disappointing that the Paris Olympic Committee thought it was a good idea to have the other shenanigans that I saw going on, because like I say again, that takes away from the greatness, the glory, and the history of the Olympics and the Olympic game. Like I said, all the great stories that go on. Well, as I mentioned, guys, I was at the Jonesboro High School football media day, and unbelievable how, like I say again, high school has gotten to the point now where these guys have their own media team, and Jonesboro is no different. They have a slew of camera people, video people, and they really do a tremendous job as far as promoting their players. And what I didn't know going into this, that in fact, that this was also going to be a time of, they had a couple of five-star players make their announcement as far as where they were heading to go to college. Like I said, guys, I had no idea. So we're just thankful that we're able to see this up close and personal. And let's see if we can get you guys a little bit of a clip of these two young men talking about where they're going to go. And I'm going to go here to the magic videotape and see if we can pull this up for you here. And we have a young man that is, for all those of you who are Georgia fans, he's going to make you very happy. A lot of people call him the poor man's Travis Hunter. And I'm talking about Jontavius Wyman, a young man who we saw up close and personal. And we probably were able to stream live, which we do every Friday night for high school football. One of his best games, and I think really the game that put him on the map, a spectacular 4-touchdown performance, 2 pick sixes, a punt return, and a spectacular toe-tapping touchdown as he showed that he can do it all. Well, let's take a listen to where he went to and why he went to this particular college he picked out. Here he is.
You caught a go route, 29 yards. You threw for a touchdown. You had another pick six. Oh, and then in the second half of I believe a 30-29 win, you had another interception. I mean, like, did you go cheat code on that? What happened to bring that out?
I just felt like I needed to step up when my team needed me the most. Couldn't give up on the boys to be there every step of the way throughout that game.
This is the one for all Dog Nation, because they're like, all right, 2026 commitment. I see the film. He's got skills. What is the University of Georgia's championship football program going to be getting in Jontavius Wyman for those 3 or 4 years?
5-star. They're getting a very talented player who's willing to put anything on the line for his guys, who's ready to step in at any position, anywhere on the field, very coachable, and very well spoken.
All right, guys, that was that. With that being said, the decision here gives Georgia now 2 commitments in the class of 2026. I think Jontavius is going to get a little bit more juice to his rankings after his junior year. He's currently, I believe, the number 12 corner in the country, number 150 overall.
Number 1.
And I think that's going to go up. And again, 47 college offers, I believe, right now. It came down to the Georgia Bulldogs. Kirby Smart, Donta Williams, T-Rob. They get a dog for their secondary in the class of 2026. How about one more big hand for Jontavius?
Yeah, he is. 5-star.
Appreciate you. Thanks, guys.
All right, that's Jontavius Wyman. He is heading out to the Georgia Bulldogs. Said he was a big fan. You can see there he felt that was a place he was extremely comfortable with. And what better guy to bring a defensive back than former defensive back Kirby Smart, who a lot of people don't know, applied his trade in the defensive backfield for the University of Georgia. All right, guys, I want to take a quick break, and then we're going to come on with our special guest for this afternoon, a police department doing things which I think, as an old school guy, the old-fashioned way, lining up sports to help reach out to the community. We'll be back with more of the Real Talk Sports Show in just a moment. Did you know that Allen Vigil Ford in Morrow, Georgia also has Lincoln? Over 35 years of using the Vigil Touch to provide excellent customer service, works hand in hand with the Lincoln Motor Company to provide a luxurious and seamless way to acquire your next luxury vehicle. Lincoln has an array of full-service complimentary owner benefits. These benefits include hospitality partnerships, service pickup and delivery, all which can be accessed through the Lincoln Way app. You can even contact the 24/7 concierge to have someone assist you. Come and see our great inventory of new and pre-owned Lincolns today. Call 678-364-7345 to make an appointment with one of our brand champions, or shop 24/7 online at allenvigillincoln.net.
Coming up next, it's the Real Talk Sports Show, bringing you great sports talk with perspective. Now, here's our host, Jonathan Simmons.
You guys, thank you for joining us here. We're back here on the Real Talk Sports Show. I am your host, Minister Jonathan Simmons. I know you guys are used to the lovely and glamorous Miss Tree Dolman. We call her simply the Queen. She is en route back from some travels, so hopefully she'll be able to join us here in not too distant time. But like I said, we have a special guest on here today. I happened to get an email with this press release, and it really kind of harkened me back to the days when I grew up just outside of Metro New York. We had something called PAL, and that stood for the Police Athletic League, where local police departments would get involved in the community through sports. Well, right here in Cobb County, which is located just outside of Atlanta, home of the Truist Park where the Atlanta Blaze played, the Cobb County Sheriff's Office has been doing something within the community also involved with sports. And we have one of the representatives here, and we're going to bring her on to the show. Captain Holt, welcome to the Real Talk Sports Show.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Listen, I'm excited to have you here. We have been derelict of duty. One of our featured things that we do on our show is because we are kind of a faith-based show, is that we always like to have a community outreach, and we have been not been able to have someone on lately. So when I saw you guys and I saw this press release, I said, what better group to come on and kind of restart us than what you guys do. So tell us a little bit about this event, which I believe is called the Sheriff's Cup. Do I have that right?
That is correct.
And it is
So the Sheriff's Cup will be the third annual event, and we are pairing up with sheriff's counties from Fulton and from Gwinnett, and we're also with SCORE Atlanta. And with that, we're going in. Each county will have a team that we have selected through the local school system, and we just go in and we talk to them about gangs and also bullying, trying to make sure that we address these young men and women during this time that they are very impressionable.
You mentioned that impressionable age. I mean, how important is that to we're gonna have a little bit of technical difficulties here, or our internet. Ah, there we go. Gotcha. Okay,
Okay.
go ahead.
So you were asking about how impressionable they are and how important it is.
Right.
At this age, we found that the seventh graders, which are about 12, 11, 12-year-olds, that this is a time that gangs are, and the bullying tends to happen a lot. So going in and speaking with these young adults to let them know that they do have an outlet from us. They don't have to be afraid to address us. If there's something that they need assistance with, then they can help us, or we can help them. Also, being able to talk to them and let them know those signs of bullying. They may be that spokesperson for one of their classmates or their teammates, to bring awareness
I finished
to
our
a
interview with Captain
situation.
Holt from the Cobb County Sheriff Department. So we're going to take a break and reboot our internet here. Like I said, we got some storms down this area, but we'll be back with more of the Real Talk Sports Show in just a moment. Stay tuned. Are you in the market for a new vehicle? Well, check out Allen Vigil Ford Lincoln in Morrow, Georgia. We have one of the largest inventories in our area for both new and pre-owned vehicles, so we're sure to have something for everyone. Family owned and operated since 1982, customer satisfaction is our number one priority. Come see our full lineup of vehicles and find the one that best fits you. Give us a call today, 678-726-5739, or shop us 24/7 online at allenvigilford.net. Brian, I just want to say congratulations, man. Thanks for coming down from Tennessee to get your new truck from us.
Thank you.
God bless and have a safe trip. Congratulations, Amici, on your new F-250 that you got from us. How was your experience here at Allen Vigil Ford?
Thank you so much, Jonathan, man. I appreciate everything you did for me, man. This is awesome right here. And you did, I mean, your service is impeccable, man.
Guys, again, if you're looking for a vehicle for yourself, for your family, for your business, most of you guys know me here from the sports show, but actually, my full time job is working as a commercial account manager at Allen Vigil Ford Lincoln in Morrow, Georgia. So simply give me a call, 678 410 9833. I'll be more than happy to serve you or your family and take care of you there. Or, in fact, you can go to our website, take a look at what we have, shop online at allenvigilford.net. And they, again, they're our premier sponsor for high school football as well. All right, it seems like the Bucks in the machine are gone. Let's get back to our interview with Cobb County Sheriff's Department Captain Holt. Are you there?
I'm here.
There we are. Yeah, we got some storms and things going on down here. So, yeah, when that happens, when you're live, anything can happen. But we were talking about how important it is for you guys to engage and for anybody to engage really with young people at that kind of preteen age bracket. So, explain to us again what kind of happens. What's the mindset of the youngsters then?
So they're, like I said before, they're very impressionable at this age, that 11, 12-year old age. And so going through and having to engage them through the game of football seems to be where we can have that happy medium to grab their attention. We know that gang recruitment often targets kids around this age. So by engaging them in athletic, through football in a positive activity such as football, we provide them with strong role models that come in and talk to them and help to guide them towards brighter futures.
This is good stuff. Now, how do you guys select the team? Is it like a lottery, or do you have favorite teams that you use each year? How does that work?
So we try to go with a different team. Last year was our first year, so we did have the McEachern Indians, and then we have them again this year. We use the local, the school rec unit to give it to them. They go through, they look at the schools, um, pick out what seems to be the best school because Sheriff Owens, Sheriff Taylor, and Sheriff Labatt, they are very competitive. So they all want to win. So in addition to the competitiveness, we also want to make sure that we're going in those areas that do need our assistance, that we found have those issues of bullying and also gangs.
I tell you, it's exciting. Like I mentioned, I got a little age on me, so I harken back to the days where, like I said, they used to have something called PAL. I think they even had a division here in Atlanta at one point, the Police Athletic League, where they would have boxing and other things.
Yeah.
And really, the blessing of that was not only were they engaging the young people, but it I think it was a mutual thing where the officers got a chance to maybe see the citizenry in a different light, and definitely the citizens had a chance to see their officer in a different light because they saw them, down in the boxing ring, and they were football, and they were just like anybody else. They were competitive. They love sports, and I think that in some cases, especially in areas where there may not be as much communication as you would like, it
Mhm.
seemed to be a way of breaking down barriers. It seems like you guys are kind of taking that same example.
Yes, we're definitely trying to do our best to do that.
And so now let me ask you, what was kind of the genesis? How did this start? I mean, who was kind of the brain behind this original idea?
So it started in Gwinnett. The first year, it was just, I think it was two Gwinnett teams. Conversations were had after that game. And with most people know that, Sheriff Owens, Sheriff Labatt, and Sheriff Taylor, they're real close. They tend to talk on a daily basis. And so with them and along with Score Atlanta, conversation was had, and to be able to further this every year and seeing the importance, it just blossomed from there.
Yeah, it's something about football, especially here in the South. The reason I'm from the North, and high school football is big, but not like this. But there's something about football, and it seems like it really is a way to connect people. I know we've covered in the past. Speaking of Cobb County, the Corky Kell Classic, where they bring in, I think it's
Mhm.
20 some odd teams, and they play from all over Metro Atlanta, and it's the same thing. You get a chance to maybe meet someone or see someone that is from a totally different neighborhood, but they learn how to compete. Well, speaking of high school football, I just noticed another gentleman that's always on our show. He has great experience with high school football. He is a kind of a living legend in the state of Georgia. He also matriculated at Fort Valley State University, where he has been inducted into the Fort Valley Sports Hall of Fame, and he was the very first defensive pick for the Carolina Panthers. And not last but not least, he is not one but two-time Super Bowl champion with the New England Patriots. I'm talking about number 38, Tyrone Poole is in the building. Tyrone, welcome to the show, sir.
Hey, Jonathan, how you doing, man? Hello, Miss Holt, Captain Holt.
Hello.
All the viewers watching, hope everybody's doing well.
We are, Tyrone. Very excited to have Captain Holt here representing the Cobb County Sheriff's Department. They're doing something that's near and dear to your heart, reaching out to the young people through football.
Good. That's good.
And so again, it's a great thing to see. And Tyrone, I know that you have Tyrone's got great DNA. Captain, both of his children are like himself, following down the athletic trail. And Tyrone, I think they're both in track. Did I get that right?
Yeah, they do a lot of sports. So, yes, sir.
So
Okay.
Tyrone knows firsthand. He knows firsthand what it's like and the
Well,
importance
good.
of sports and discipline. Well, now, do you guys, like I say again, I get a lot of your emails from your PR person, Randy, and keeps me abreast of what's going on. What other events do you guys have coming up throughout the year that might be involved in sports? Maybe something where you guys can come back and talk a little bit more about it.
Well, right now we don't have anything else surrounding sports other than our sheriff's office flag football team. But anything that we are able to go in and assist with, we do. We tend to go to we'll pop up at any of the basketball or football games, host a banquet, whatever the case may be. Whenever we can go out, we're there. So right now there's no other sporting events, but of course we do have our holiday giveaways that'll come up. We just finished doing our backpack giveaways, and at the drop of a hat, something may come up, another opportunity to be able to be in the community, and you'll see a press release or information going out. So I would say definitely download our app. It's free. We keep all of our information on there for different events that we have coming up, and also on our Facebook and Instagram pages, which is also where you can purchase tickets for the game for this Saturday, August the 3rd, from 10 to 3 p.m.
Now, you mentioned flag football. Now, I have a nice segue here. I mentioned to you guys earlier that we always have a beautiful lady that joins us. She's one of the most beautiful women in sports talk radio or TV, and she's also a flag football star, as we saw at the week of the Super Bowl. I'm talking about a young lady they call the Queen, Miss Tree Dolman. Welcome, madam. Welcome.
Hello. That's funny.
Captain Holt, the Queen put on quite a show. She's part of a group called and I always get it wrong, but I'll just say Off the Field NFL Wives Association. I think I got that right. And they play a charity flag football game the week before the Super Bowl, whatever the host city is. And so Tree put on an electrifying performance. I believe she had 2 or 3 touchdown receptions, and she was unstoppable as our flag football representative. So
Awesome.
when you said flag football, I said, uh-oh, we have a champion right here.
Yes, we won the ship.
Well, Tree, I
Well,
know you were in the green room.
congratulations. Our team
Go
Our
ahead,
team
Captain.
went to participate in the Georgia Police and Fire games in Columbus a couple of weeks ago, and they won first place. So you have to bring your ladies out there and show them up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, we got to represent for the ladies.
Yes.
Go on.
Are you frozen, Jonathan? I think
Probably
he is.
so. It's been some real bad weather here in Georgia.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yes. Yes. It's storming right now.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, I think we'll. Yeah, here it is. It's saying we got trouble connecting. Yes, I understand that because we got storms sliding through. But I will tell you, I too have a chip. It's. I
Okay.
think I have the trophy somewhere. Tyrone is shaking his head, thinking, "I don't believe this." But yes, when I was in college, we had intramural flag football, and in fact, my intramural team won the chip in overtime. So I have that's my one and only chip.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you, ma'am. And somewhere I actually believe it or not, I kept that trophy around because it's going on almost 40 years. And I had that thing, I carried it with everywhere. Cause I said, hey, this might be the only thing, and it has been the only chip I'm ever going to get. So I said, have that and moved it around. But yeah, just congratulations to everyone, and certainly Captain Holt. We appreciate what you guys are doing out there with the sheriff's office, staying engaged with the community. And yeah, you guys are a competitive bunch. There's no doubt about it. Yes, it's but it's healthy competition, right? Healthy stuff.
Yes, yes, it is.
Captain Holt, I'm going to let you go, but I will say this: when you talked about the ladies upholding the banner, I thought to myself, it's amazing to me. Recently, I've been interacting with so many women in law enforcement. It's to the point now. I think I might have to produce a show called "The Ladies of Law Enforcement." Because you guys are just doing tremendous work everywhere around Metro Atlanta. I
Oh,
had a chance to share a birthday with the Cobb County Sheriff. The loveliest Melody Maddox had her birthday party, was out there for that, and then got a chance to go down and bring a police car down to the chief of police at Clark, Atlanta. Very decorated Chief Deborah Williams used to be with us in Clayton County. So you ladies are really doing a phenomenal job in law enforcement. I want to give you all the kudos here live on our show.
all right. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for having me on here. Again, follow us on all of our social media handles, Cobb Sheriff, and download the app. Let us know if there's anything that we can do. And thank you so much for your support and giving us this platform to put the word out there.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us here, and we look forward to having you back with us again at another time. Captain, thank you so much. And also to your PR person, Randy, thank you all for joining us this evening. So, guys, we're going to take a little
Thank
bit of a
you.
break, and we'll be back with more of the Real Talk Sports Show. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. Did you know that Allen Vigil Ford in Morrow, Georgia also has Lincoln? Over 35 years of using the Vigil Touch to provide excellent customer service, works hand in hand with the Lincoln Motor Company to provide a luxurious and seamless way to acquire your next luxury vehicle. Lincoln has an array of full-service complimentary owner benefits. These benefits include hospitality partnerships, service pickup and delivery, all which can be accessed through the Lincoln Way app. You can even contact the 24/7 concierge to have someone assist you. Come and see our great inventory of new and pre-owned Lincolns today. Call 678-364-7345 to make an appointment with one of our brand champions or shop 24/7 online at allenvigillincoln.net.
This is OJ Howard with Real Talk Sports.
What's up, guys? This is Tim Tebow. You're listening to Real Talk Sports.
This is Charles Woodson. Let me grab the mic. You ready? This is Charles Woodson with Real Talk Sports. Hey, it's your boy JB Smooth with Real Talk Sports.
We're back here with the second half here of the Real Talk Sports Show. I'm your host and minister, Jonathan Simmons. Right next to me is the champion, Tyrone Poole. And right underneath us is the queen, Tree Dolman. Well, I'm glad everybody was able to make it today. Yeah, it's doing all kind of storming down here. And we're just happy that we're indoors. Yeah, it's just very interesting. But anyway, yeah, appreciate you guys for joining us here tonight as we now move into full throttle with football season. Tyrone, let me ask you a question. I had a chance to go to the Jonesboro High School. They had their media day. When you did your announcement, did you do something grandiose like that, or you just say, "Hey, man, I'm committed to Fort Valley State," and that was it?
Actually, I didn't have the opportunity that these kids have as far as social media. Wasn't like that when I was coming through. You basically signed with the school, and that's where you went. But actually, I didn't announce I was going to Fort Valley. If people remember, those who remember, I quit football in high school. I quit my senior year halfway during the season, and I kind of went to Fort Valley by default, meaning that there was an alumnus from Fort Valley State who was teaching at LaGrange High School, and so that's how I ended up going to Fort Valley. She asked me where was I going to school, going to college, and I told her nowhere, because the sad thing back then versus now, back in the day, and I know there's a lot of guys that would probably understand what I'm saying, because I know this because I've talked to a few of them that this has happened to. But back in the day, if you the head coach of the football team was the only one that basically these scouts came and talked to, right? And the letters came into the head coach. And by me quitting football, the head coach never gave me my letters. But I found out once I got drafted, I was being recruited as far out as the Nebraska Cornhuskers. But again, it just goes to show when God has a plan for you, even you can't mess it up. But yeah, that's how I ended up going to Fort Valley. There was an alumnus who was a teacher at our high school. So it could have been very well somebody from Georgia Southern, somebody from the University of Georgia, Alabama, but she happened to be Fort Valley State. I just said, hey, I just heard college, man. Let's go. Let's go.
Man, that's an amazing story. I mean, because that really is, that's the hand of God. Because I mean, like you said, you talking about you didn't play, and then for teacher to say you're going here, and then the rest is history, man. I mean, becoming a legendary player there, and then becoming a first round pick. I mean, yeah, God does things, man, his own way, no doubt.
Yes,
What
sir.
God has for you is for you.
Come on now, can't nobody stop it. That's
That's
why.
true.
That's why I said even I couldn't stop the plans of
Yeah,
God, right?
because you were trying.
Exactly. I quit. I quit football. The head coach didn't make me quit. I quit
Yeah.
because of some silly stuff. But still, God says there's something that I have planned for you that is going to impact somebody else that you're going to bless. So again, I call myself sometimes a Jonah. I don't want to get into a biblical situation here, but even Jonah couldn't mess up the plans, right? Yeah. So
Man, Jonah tried to run, and he said, "Look at man, if y'all want this boat to not sink, y'all got to throw me overboard." Now I'm gonna tell you
Yeah,
something.
I'm younger.
Now look, I, I'm trying to grow in my faith, but that's some major faith when you in a ship in a stormy sea, middle ocean, no island around, and you tell people, "Hey, good news, you just throw me over, and everything will be calm," and that's it. You just heave ho, and then the guys were saying originally, "No, we're not gonna do that," but John said, "No, if you want the waves to stop, you have to throw me overboard." So that's a different level of faith. Amen. So hopefully, if that day ever comes, we'll have to show that kind of faith. I said, Lord, I'm looking for you to do it like that, but hopefully, I don't have to be thrown overboard. I'm just saying, because I can't really swim at all. So just be a bad look for me. But yeah, guys. So it's been very interesting. Have you guys had a chance to follow much of the Olympics as far as what's going on, medal count? Either one
Yes,
of you? Go ahead, talk
yes.
to us, Tree. Talk to us. Talk to
I
us.
don't know the medal count, but I know that the women's gymnastics won gold. I know that the men's gymnastics won bronze, and that's their first time medaling, I think, in about 13 or 15 Olympics. So it's been pretty exciting. I know that our swimming, I think it was the 100-meter butterfly. We got 1 and 2. We got gold and silver. Yeah, let me tell you one thing about me. I'm watching the Olympics. I've been tuning in. I've been watching men's volleyball, women's volleyball, sand volleyball, 3-on-3 basketball. Listen, that's why actually you see my head keep turning to the right because the Olympics right now. Please forgive me, but these are the Olympics, people, so I can't, so My apologies, but I'm paying attention too, but I'm just.
Tree just give a play-by-play of what they actually are doing right now. That's what Tree can give us, the play-by-play.
I'm just saying. Well,
I
let's
love
take a look at the
you.
medal count as it
Yes,
stands
I love
here. It looks like the U.S. Is putting on quite the show. They have amassed already 26 total medals, 4 gold, 11 silver, and 11 bronze. So a total of 26 individual and team medals already for USA. So kudos to the United States of America for doing their thing as they continue to try to make inroads. Interestingly enough, do you guys want to guess who is the country that has the most gold medals, not total medals, but gold medals? Who do you think it is? I'll give you a
I'm
hint.
going
It's
to guess.
no. You go ahead.
I'm going to guess that it is either Germany or France.
All right, Tyrone, want to take a shot?
You know what? I think I'll plead the fifth on this one because I'm actually looking at Google, so I'm pleading.
Oh my gosh! All
So
right.
you know.
Yeah.
Well,
But
no.
those who not on Google, they don't know. So who has the most gold medals?
Who has the most gold medals? Interestingly enough, it is the nation of Japan with 7 gold medals. Right behind them, the Australians and China at 6 apiece. And Tree, you were close. France has 5, along with South
5,
Korea.
okay.
So your top 3:
Yeah.
Japan, China, Australia, France, and South Korea. But Japan leads everybody with 7 gold medals. And speaking of Japan, I saw something very interesting today. Um, I did not realize that I guess a few years back, I guess I was asleep somewhere, that Japan actually had a young lady who was half African descent, and she won Miss Japan. And I guess that was maybe about 8 or 9 years ago. And the story popped up again because I guess Japan is leading in the gold medals. But it was very, very interesting seeing that. Somehow I missed that. She did that back in 2015. Yep, the first Black Japanese woman to be crowned Miss Japan. So kudos to the Japanese as they lead the Olympic total for gold medals with 7 total. But the US of A leads all country in total medals with 26 medals for the US of A, both individual and team medaling. So yeah, man.
I need to up that gold count though. Let's up
Yeah.
that gold count. But don't get me wrong, to medal at all is huge. I mean, I just want people to know, for those who don't know, I tried out to be on the USA volleyball team. Did not make it, but I had a phenomenal tryout. And like we were talking about earlier, what God has for you is for you. And obviously that was not for me. But I am so proud of every single athlete that is out there playing and representing Team USA. I was watching the opening ceremony, and I am just elated for all of the athletes out there. To be an Olympian and to represent your country is one of the greatest honors that any athlete can have. And I am just rooting for all of Team USA. It's truly a blessing to be out there and to represent your country.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, it's just it's to see, especially see people who played in the pro level, to see the energy of some of these people as they come out. It's like the men's basketball team that they've done over the years. Yeah, it's just a great thing to represent your country. And speaking of basketball, it's interesting. Everybody keeps talking about how the rest of the world's caught with the U.S. I say, yeah, because all them guys are playing over here. So a lot of
Yeah,
these guys are playing in the
a
NBA. They're
lot of them.
playing for, U.S. colleges. So
Yeah.
Let
Did
me
you
ask
see that our 3-on-3 basketball team lost today?
yep, the women lost, right?
No, the men. I didn't see the women.
Oh, really? They lost too. Phew.
I mean, they got smoked.
Let me ask you guys this question. Like the Jerry Maguire, show me the money. It's been a lot of big talk about how the different value of the gold is for different countries, like Hong Kong. If their athletes win gold, that's equivalent to
$700.
$768,000 USA. But if our athletes win gold, it's like $37,000.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, I'm like, even in Italy, I'm like, if their athlete win a gold medal, that's equivalent to $196,000. Man, look here, we may be living in the wrong country.
No, but see,
If
but
all
it's
about
funny
the
that you
money.
say that, right? But you have to also realize that our professional athletes get paid more for their professionalism than these other athletes get paid over in those countries. So you have to kind of, we don't really pay that much for the Olympics, which at one point they didn't get paid at all. But now, they get that. But they really want their athletes to really push for that goal. That's why they pay them so much. But our athletes, come on now, you know our athletes are getting paid day by day for their sports.
Okay, yeah, and that's true, right? So, say if the Olympics is every 4 years, right? Every 4 years, and just breaking that number down, just breaking it down. So, if you're getting paid 37,000, right, every 4 years, then that means you got $9,000 per year. $9,250 per year to live off of. Now, if I'm in Hong Kong, 768,000, and we divide that by 4, then that's $192,000 per year to live off of until the next Olympic comes up. So if you're that athlete here in the United States and you don't have any like endorsement deals or anything like that, and you just going off of the Olympics, then you getting paid $9,000. You got $9,000 a year to live off of. Whereas in Hong Kong, you got $192,000 to live off of for the next 4 years until the next Olympics.
Well, hopefully they're getting paid by the sport that they're playing.
Yeah.
And getting endorsement deals.
We're not talking about the NBA now. We know the NBA, these guys, they got money in the NBA. But I'm talking about
talking about the NBA.
Gymnast. You're a straight gymnast.
But the gymnasts, I thought the gymnasts got paid.
Well, I'm saying when you say like other sports, how many, I guess, I don't know how gymnasts get paid, like how, what events come up. We know in the NBA, they got the NBA. These players who are playing in the Olympics, they can go back to the NBA and they got their contracts there, right? But the gymnasts, where do they make their money outside? I don't know. That's a good question. Where else do they make their money unless they got a high-end endorsement deal? Does the gymnastic events they go to, do they get paid, millions of dollars per event? Or, that would be a good
Doubt
question.
that, but I thought that they got paid, but I don't know. That is a good question. I mean, I'm pretty sure that they make money off of the events and things that they do. How much money, I'm not sure. So I'm definitely going to have to look into that because now I'm very curious.
I think it really depends.
$168,000 sure sound good, Jack.
It does. It does.
It does. Now let's take a look here. Let's look at Forbes. Forbes has a little bit of an article about this, and this is what it says here. It says the Summer Games are projected to generate about $12 billion in sponsorship revenue for the city of Paris, and from nearly 80 brands. And it says here's some of the Olympic big winners. Gymnast Simone Biles, a 4-time Olympic gold medalist, earned $8.5 million in 2023 from appearances and partnerships with brands that include Athleta, Powerade, and Wheaties. Her sponsorship started at $100,000, according to this blog. Swimming phenomenon Katie Ledecky, a 21-time world champion, 10-time Olympic medalist, 7 are gold. She just signed a 5-year deal with the brand Athleta, and her contracts include a $7 million partnership with swimwear brand TYR. And last but not least, Clayton Dressel, another gold medal winner, is backed by Toyota, Speedo, and Omega watches thanks to his performance at the 2020 Tokyo Summer Games. And he's worth an estimated $5 million according to essentially sports, which makes him the fifth wealthiest swimmer. So evidently, some other swimmers are getting paid pretty well. So it really, I think, depends on how high profile your event is and how high profile you are as a brand as far as marketability to how much you're getting paid.
And Jonathan, how much did you say Paris is actually making this year off the Olympics?
They said the total amount of sponsorships that are going out, I guess, to the city and all the athletes combined is about, let me go back to it again. It is estimated to be around $12 billion. So the Summer Games are projected to generate $12 billion in sponsorship revenue for the City of Light from nearly 80 brands.
Yeah, because I'm looking back. We remember the Olympics was here in Atlanta, and I'm reading a report where they say Atlanta reportedly they earned $5 billion economic impact with the Olympics being here in 1996. So I just want to see that comparison from 1996 to 2024. You know, $5 billion. You said $12 billion. That's a real big jump. I'm like, that's 1996 to 2024. You would think, you know, Atlanta $5 billion, Paris they be making $50 billion or something. You know, but I don't know. Does that say anything about the viewership or how impactful people believe the Olympics is? You know, I don't know. I'm just looking at that $5 billion that they reported Atlanta. The Georgia or Atlanta or Georgia economy was impacted. And then you spoke of the 12 billion. So I'm like, that's a lot of years, but the increase is not that much.
We're talking billions.
Yeah, he said
billions of
billions. Yeah, but still, 12. You look at it. Okay.
Is it just me?
I'm just saying that I'm just looking at, okay, you look at anything, a number of years, it's just like everything should progress. It should get bigger. It should increase in value, right? You go back, just take the NFL. You go back and look at 10 years ago where each team salary cap was, right? Go back 20 years ago. You see a big jump. So, but I'm like 5 billion to 12 billion. That's only, you know, I understand billions, right? But we can go back and look at what was it. Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm looking at the percentage, not the number itself, billion. I'm looking at the percentage of the jump. The percentage is big.
You expecting it would be triple or quadruple, not just over double. I got you.
Exactly.
Tree, what's Todd saying? Todd's been texting me.
He said you mean the demonic games. So Todd, why are you calling the Olympic games the demonic games? I'm a little confused with that one.
All right. Well, I don't know if you saw either one of you, but for some reason, the Paris committee thought it was a good idea to let a group come out as part of the opening ceremonies, and they did two things which, you know, this kind of didn't seem to make sense. Number one, they decided to be a good idea to bring a mock-up of the Lord's Supper. Number one, and make it some type of comedy. Yeah, and number two. All the 12 participants were all drag queens. So it was a major situation.
I didn't see that.
Yep.
Okay. We'll not watch 1 minute of it. Devil is a liar. I mean, I got you, Todd. I didn't see all of the opening ceremony. I saw the boats going through and different things like that, but I definitely didn't see that. That's wow. Ooh,
Yeah,
that's deep.
very and very bizarre thing. And here's the thing. I'm not going to get into, you know, first of all, we're run out of time, but I'm not going to get into a long thing about this. I mean, but at the end of the day, it just wasn't called for, especially in this type of venue. I tell people, hey, if you were going to like the music awards, and I'm not justifying it at all, but I'm saying, you know, if you're saying I'm at some kind of award thing and you want to let people get kind of freaky, okay, that happens. You expect anything to happen at an awards event or something that is secular entertainment. You just, because people do all kinds of things now. But at the Olympics, you would think that there would be better sensibility, because I can tell you, if they had done something like this against a wholly Islamic tradition, man, that might have had some bombs in there, man. People would have went acting the fool. So it just was a bad look for the Paris Olympic Committee and whoever decided that was a good idea to let them do that. Yeah, but that did happen. Tree, it was terrible.
That's deep. This
Yep.
was at the end or beginning or middle?
This was at the beginning. Yeah, this was what's what,
I forgot the lone horse they had on the ocean that symbols in Book of Revelation as the devil.
yeah.
Yeah, I
So
didn't
what
see
Todd's
that
referring
either.
to,
Wow.
yeah, what he's referring to, they had a rider on a pale horse, which is, for those of you who are biblical scholars, that's part of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. But yeah, they literally had a rider on a pale horse go across electronically. Yeah, it was like I said, it was a really weird opening with a lot of very demonic type symbolism by Paris. I'm not like, saying why they would allow something like that. I shouldn't say I don't know. That's stupid for me to say. We're seeing more and more of that open and blatant demonic symbolism across entertainment. So I guess we shouldn't be shocked, but to
Definitely.
have it as such a big event, yeah.
It does shock me though, because I don't care how many times I see it. I don't care how many times people try to normalize it. It's not okay.
No, it's
Period.
not. I mean, it's just it just
I'm
lets us all
shocked.
know, right? It just lets us all know where we are on the time clock, um,
Well,
as far
correct,
as our
correct.
ending, because we know that as we get closer and closer to the Lord's return, we would have these more and more egregious and blatant um, situations
Yeah,
where you'd have demonic activity going on. So that's just a sign of the times. Then that's why it's very important that we all
yeah,
be about our business as far as the relationship with the Lord, because
yes.
just
And
like, go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
I mean, last night I thought about it. I mean, last night, literally, I think right around 11:30, I'm telling you, one of the loudest, biggest thunder crash I've seen in a while hit on the south side. I mean, literally everything went black, could knock the lights out for about, a minute or two. And the sound of the thunder, it shook the whole house. I mean, it was just incredible. And then, of course, you see the lightning flash, the lights of everything, and everything's black. And literally, that's how the Lord said he returned, just like that, like lightning. Boom. So we see a lot of bad stuff is going on. So we encourage everybody, as I do at the end of each broadcast, that, hey, whatever you're thinking, you need to get to know the Lord. It's very, very important.
Yeah,
Very
and
important.
it's so
Yep.
important to read the Word of God. Like I
Yep.
read my Bible every day. I pray for our world every day, but it's important to know what the Bible says and to be able to recognize and know the Word of God and what is to come and things of that nature. But I honestly was out helping my best friend, so I was watching parts of it and helping her put together her event. So I missed a lot, but my goodness, I saw when he said the demonic games. I was like, wait, I'm confused, but wow, I missed a lot. I'm appalled.
But
They
Yeah,
would
all
have
literally.
that in the opening ceremony.
Yep.
all it goes to show is they only people only mock what's real. People only they talk about you because you are real, should I say. So everybody they know that there's a God, right? I guess what I'm trying to say is that if you're not, people don't talk about, they don't call anything fake unless it's real. But they trying to talk about it because they don't want you to believe that it's real, but they know it's real. So anyways, yeah, I can go deeper into that, but I do want to say this, talking about some fun facts, if I may, just quick second. From the I know we talk about the 1996 Olympics here in Atlanta. Well, there's not too much of a difference between the number of athletes that participated in 1996 compared to the 2024 Olympics. Here, when the Olympics were here in Atlanta, 10,320 athletes competed. In Paris, 10,714 athletes are competing. Also, when the Olympics were here in Atlanta, they had 26 sports, which it was like 271 particular individual sports out of 26 complete sports in 1996 here in Atlanta. And in the Olympics in Paris, is 32 sports and 329, sports created out of that 32. So I thought that was kind of like a little fun fact. And the last fact is that in 1996, there were how many countries? There were actually 197 nations that competed in the Olympics, and in Paris is 206 nations that are competing.
It's pretty awesome.
That's incredible, man. It's it's just amazing how you have different sports that they put in here over the years, and I guess some sports have fallen away. And a lot has gone on, I guess, in I guess it's now is it 30 years almost? In 2026 will make 30 years. So yeah, man, great stuff. Like I said, the Olympics are always exciting. Now, the people, of course, who were involved in this controversy are claiming, "Hey, we never meant it to be that way. We weren't trying to mock the Last Supper." They say, except we were just trying to do something in terms of showing inclusion and diversity. I mean, and that's the other thing that drives me bananas is the constant use of that word to cover all kinds of miscreant behavior. I mean, it's just incredible. All right, let's go back to social media one more time.
1996 opening ceremony was fantastic. Devil took over this one. That's what Todd said.
Yeah, Todd was feeling some kind of way. I mean, literally, he had been texting me like 3, 4 times today, like, "Preacher, what is going on?" I was like, "Hey, man, I mean, it's like I said again, it's a sign of the times." That's basically how I
It
go put
is.
it.
I
I mean,
remember, I don't even watch the award shows, but I remember seeing on television when they were showing clips of people performing and all this. And I'm just looking like, is it just me? And then, sure enough, I was talking with my honorary niece and other people, and they were just saying, like, all you see, like, they're just promoting Satan on all these award shows and people just normalizing it. And then I'm scrolling on Instagram and then I see this female and everybody was like, "Oh, her outfit is fire." And she had on literally
no
literally
clothes.
no
Yes,
clothes. I
ma'am.
think she had like little circles that covered her nipples because her boobs were out. Like, it was just crazy. And it was just like, what is this world coming to? It's just like I say, I pray for our world every day, and it's just, I don't know. I can't. It's
But check
not
this out.
normal. Hmm.
The motto for this year's Olympic is the motto is games wide open. So that's the motto. The motto for the 1996 Olympics was celebration of the century. So hey, the motto for Paris Olympics is games wide open. So hey, they wide open with everything. So
I see. Todd said Peyton Manning was so shocked he did not make any comments for 20 minutes during it.
Yeah.
Really?
See, I mean, people. I mean, I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I mean, it look real crazy. I'm like, you're thinking, what are they doing? But we know what they're doing. I mean, it's just that's the way it is. And look, at the end of the day, it's there's a lot going on right now in this world, and it's not. We can point our fingers at that, and they talked about how the Catholic Church jumped up and down and railed and screamed. But at the end of the day, I mean, they themselves have been culpable for a huge amount of misbehavior within their group. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a lot of bad stuff that's going on, a lot of bad stuff that's been going on, has been uncovered. And Tyrone, you hit it on the head. They must be trying to tell you it's wide open because that's the way it is around the world. It's just wide open, man. I mean, anything goes. And when you go to an event today, you're liable to see anything. I'm just
You are.
I'm just telling you, award shows. I've been to even sometimes fundraisers. I went to a fundraiser and this lady had some money. I was like, man, ma'am, ma'am, I mean, everything is coming out everywhere. But that's just the world we live in. that's the way it is. I mean, so we just have to, like you said, remain prayerful and just keep going. I know me; I'll be praying all the time. I say, Lord, just help me stay on the right path, so I don't go I'm just trying, you
Well,
know.
Yeah.
hopefully they'll do it better in 2028 when it comes to Los Angeles.
Oh well, L.A. You know, L.A. is wide open there too. So
I hope so.
I don't know, but L.A. All right, one last time. Let's go to social media here.
Todd said, I have made a gospel CD. I was so mad about this week. All right. I want to hear this gospel CD, Todd. You got
All
to
right,
share with us.
let's see what you got, brother. Yeah. So anyway, like I said again, it just it is what it is. You just don't know what you're going to see. People
You
are
know,
determined to bring evil to the forefront, but thank God
it's
that
unreal.
God is yet there, and He always has a countermeasure to what goes on. So, because that's what Scripture says. So when the enemy comes against us like a flood, said the Lord will lift
Yeah.
up a standard. So I mean, at the end of the day, you'll see some things that come out of this that are good. It'll make people, I believe, be more aware of the times that we're in. It could, who knows, it could drive more people to the Lord, just saying, hey, look, if things are just wide open, I need okay, wait a minute. He says,
I send it to preacher. He can send it to y'all. Thank you, Todd. Yes, send it to me, Jonathan.
thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Once I find it, I will surely send it over. And who knows, if it's good enough, we might play it. Because I can't get no copyright because we have permission from Todd to play it. So love to do it. Love to see it. All right, guys. Well, as we do it, it's storming out here, but thank God we're all inside, and it's about time to go. You know how we do it, guys. Before we go, we always want to let you know how you can find out more about our guest or our co-host. So, Mr. Tyrone Poole.
All right.
Oh, wait a second. We got one more comment, I think, for Todd. Hold on.
All right.
You
Todd
got
said
my
you got my permission to
permission.
play it. Okay, no
Yeah,
copyright
go
infringement. All right, Mr. Tyrone Poole, the floor is yours.
It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure being here on Real Talk Sports with Jonathan and the Queen Tree, and also getting those commentating inserts from Todd and all of the other people watching. But you guys can follow me at Tyrone Poole 38 on all social media. And actually, at the bottom of the hour, in just 23 minutes, Life is University is going live. Great show that I do. 9:30. Just go to TyronePoole38.com and click Life is University. And tonight I'm talking about what am I talking about tonight? I put a Jameson Winston, but you got to tune in. You got to tune in.
I thought you were about to tell us.
You got to tune in. You got to tune in. So 9:30 tonight in 23 minutes, Life is a University show hosted by yours truly. Again, I appreciate it, Jonathan. It's an honor to be on your show. Thank you, Tree, for being this rose between these two thorns of me and Jonathan. So thank you for your beauty and your presence. Hope everybody have a great rest of your night.
And work that thing.
Tyrone,
Work that thing, WTT 100.
that was real smooth, brother. I like that. A rose between two thorns. Amen.
There you go. There you go. All right,
So
guys.
kind. Thank you, Tyrone.
All right.
The Queen, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. You can find me on social media at Purple Diva 13, as well as Ms. America International 2022. I just noticed that you have two eyes for international, but yes, that's where you can find me
Sometimes
on
I can't
social.
spell.
That's where you can find me on social media. Thanks for watching Real Talk Sports.
Here we go.
Go
And
Team USA.
that's right. All right, guys, we'll wrap it up here. You know me, I'm the minister, Jonathan Simmons. Remember, you can follow me on social media and the show, Real Talk Sports, the number 7, or follow me personally at Minister J. Sim. If you need me for something, you can reach me via email, jsimmons@realtalksports.net, or you can text me at 678-410-9833. All right, you guys, you know what time it is. You see all this crazy stuff is happening. You see the ridiculous stuff going on at the Olympics. So I want to encourage you guys, if you do not know the Lord Jesus Christ, your personal Savior, please, ma'am, please, sir, get to know him today. Why? Because nobody loves you like Jesus. Not your bae, not your boo, not your ride and live partner. Nobody. because none of those people came and died for your sins and rose from the dead with the gift of salvation. So, if you repent of your sins and believe in him, two great things happen. Number one, you become a citizen of the kingdom of heaven. And number two, you become an adoptive child of God with all the rights therein. That means you now can go to God like a heavenly parent, asking for anything that you need or desire, and according to his will, he'll give it to you. And number two, when you die, you go to that happy place called heaven, where there's none of the following: no pain, no pandemic. You never get old, you never die, no bad people anywhere to be found. Instead, you're with the whole angelic host. You're with mighty Yahashua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, and God the Father up close and personal, and all the people of love. It's the most beautiful place ever created. Every single building adorned the most spectacular jewels ever. You talk about bling, it's at another level. The streets are paved with a gold that's so pure it's translucent. And you avoid that nasty place called hell, where all the things I just told you won't be in hell. It's the opposite. It's dark, it's dreary, it's fiery, it's painful, and you will be locked in with the devil, all his demonic hosts, and all the most evil people that ever walked upon the earth. And last but not least, you're cut off from God and all the people of love forever and a day. I don't know about you, but I like option number one instead of option number two. All right, buddy, until the next time we get back together again, you simply say God bless you and have a wonderful rest of the day or evening, whichever may apply. So long and take care.